So in Etude 45, this is now your lyrical etude. This is your chance to show off your expressive playing, show off the expression that you can put into this etude. For me, this is an introduction to something much larger. So, think of it as kind of epic more than it might be if this were the whole etude. So I take a tempo of 56, I have circled up there, on the very slow side of Andante. But I think it sets the mood, it makes a certain experience for the listener. Another thing I do before I start, I breathe in, and I set my air before so that I don't get either under the pitch or an explosive attack or a stretch of the first note with no vibrato. So I breathe in, set, and go from there. Moving along in the second line, it would be really nice if these notes that I've got a V above would have vibrato. So what that requires is for you to play with your throat open. So your throat needs to not be clenched. If you're blasting a bunch of air to play through these 16th notes, it might sound good in some ways, but if you try to vibrate all of a sudden, you let go of your throat, we're going to hear the pitch dip, and it's going to sound unstable. So instead, play through this passage with an open throat so that you can add a little vibrato whenever you need it on these special notes here. Moving along, there are two prominent high B naturals in this piece. Where's the other one? Here. If you cannot put the resonance key down on those, they will be much less sharp. If you can play those in tune, you will stand out from the crowd for sure. All right. Next thing I want to mention, in this measure here, line 4, first measure, count that rhythm meticulously. When you land on the C sharp, count 3/8 notes. C, 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 diddle-diddle-diddle-la, C, 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 diddle-diddle-diddle-la. That's a critical element. If you can play that rhythm correctly and cleanly, you'll set yourself apart for sure. Finally, again, put some vibrato. Can you crescendo the vibrato here in this last measure? Da-da-da-da, da-da-da. You can practice this slowly by playing da-da-da-da. A very clear gradation of vibrato speed, but that will set you up again for an open throat, which allows the vibrato to be dynamic and flexible. And then at the end here, because again, we have to make this into a piece, even though we're only playing 1/6 of the real piece, I take a little time there. So take a little time there at the end, set up the end of the piece. Let your expression guide you. Good luck.